scriptures, like we are taught and trained to do. We consider that as being our source of spiritual help and spiritual strength. So I began to read the scriptures, went back to Psalms 116 and 11, read every scripture in that chapter. I began to search out every scripture in the Bible that pertained to lies and liar. And none of that really radiant in my mind. So I went to YouTube and I was going to listen to some music. But as I clicked on YouTube, there was a pastor who labeled himself as the ex-pastor. So I said, let me check this cat out and see what he's talking about as an ex-pastor. And as I listened to him, he began to expound about how he was no longer pastoring. And he began to talk about how he met this individual by the name of Ray Hagin. Well, I went and I searched out Ray Hagin. And Ray Hagin was preaching a message entitled Undressing a Well-Dressed Lie. And I listened to that, and that somewhat, both of those two individuals, what they were saying somewhat began to give me a little consolation, but still it wasn't clicking. So I began to start searching myself and began to start digging myself on some of the things that I heard them teaching and some of the things that I heard them talk about. Well, it took me back because there were some years past that I was listening to another man of God by the name of Bishop Bernard Jordan, and he was talking about the breaking the spirit of the oppressor. And he was talking about how the government of this United States of America, this oppressive spirit was oppressing people. He had Uncle Sam with his hand over the mouth of a black man. And so from there was another individual back in the 90s, Jefferson Edward. I listened to him, chosen but not cursed, speaking about how the black. Well, I continued to search and search. There was another individual, John Johnson. He began to pull out all of the black individuals in the Bible. And so it was these teachings over the years that was lying in my subconscious that was more or less like pawns to bring me to the totality of what I see and understand today, what was radiant in my spirit, that all men are liars. You go to the doctor tell you take this and you're going to be healed. No, what he gives you is just going to cause the pain to cease, but the root of the problem is not going to be cured. You go to the law, tell you this. You go to the government, they tell you this. You go to this politician, he tell you this, and you find out that people are lying backwards and forth. You go to your preacher, you go to your pastor, you find out he's lying about this and she's lying about that. So I came to the conclusion, just what was radiant in my spirit, that all men are liars. And I began to say to myself, I want the truth. I need the truth. I want the truth. Out of my subconscious kept coming up, thy word is true. You shall know thy truth through thy word. Well, I began to start researching and searching the scriptures. I number one began to start finding out what is the origin of the Bible. Now, here I am, just about 60 years old. I felt that I was mature enough now that I could have enough gonads to begin to start questioning these questions that was always in my subconscious. Where did the Bible come from? Who wrote the Bible? Well, we know what the scripture said. The scriptures tells us in the book of Peter that holy men of old spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. But I needed something more concrete, something outside of the parameters of these 66 books, these 1189 chapters. I needed something more substantial. And so as I began to start researching and studying history, historical facts, I found out that what I knew and what I thought I knew was not